And the good news is they still have a couple of days because it's really going to be Wednesday evening into Thursday morning where it's going to get worse for them. So the good news is I believe that the mandatory evacuations are starting today for everyone to get out, or at least get off the beach and off of the Outer Banks, because they're going to be dealing with some high surf, which I'm going to show you here
a little bit about that
in just a second. Yes, unfortunately we do, but the good news is with this one we're not going to have anything to worry about with this. So Hurricane Erin did actually weaken a little bit more as we went throughout yesterday into today, and it is a Category 2, 105-mile-per-hour winds moving to the northwest at 9 miles an hour. Central pressure is at 961, and you can see how kind of back and forth and up and down, kind of wobbly it has been. And you can see where it was a Cat 5, Cat 4, Cat 3, Cat 2, and luckily now forecast monitors are keeping it at a Cat 2. Now there's been some dry air, and as you can see, as it pulls in that dry air, that's how you can see it kind of looks like it's falling apart a little bit, and that's what that dry air does to it. It messes up that circulation there, so expected to continue to be a Category 2 storm as it moves this way. More of a northern turn as we go throughout the day on Wednesday, but as you can see, it is expected to strengthen up a little bit more favorable conditions as we go throughout Wednesday into Thursday, and that's when it's going to pass pretty close to the coast there of the Outer Banks before it moves this way kind of up and out as we go throughout the remainder of the week and into the weekend. Forecast model still very consistent. This one's not making landfall, but there is going to be impacts. So we keep talking about the wave heights. You're talking about rip currents, which are already the Jacksonville beaches, and look at your waves. You got 9-10, not that far offshore, all the way up the coast of the Carolinas until you get to the Outer Banks. And look at these waves, Hatteras and Morehead City, 20 to 23 feet. That is the reason why they have the mandatory evacuations there. So definitely need to heed the warnings up in the Outer Banks of North Carolina. Behind that, we got two systems to watch. This one, National Hurricane Center, given that a 60% potential for tropical development, and the one behind that has 30, but it has 30 over the course of the next 2 days. So there's already an invest on that one. And this is the good news. Watch these models just all of a sudden stop. That means that it's not expecting it to live that long. Pretty favorable environment right now. Not so favorable as we go throughout your weekend. So we'll, of course, keep a close eye on this one. Could briefly be named before it looks like forecast models suggesting that one just gets tore apart or just kind of dies out. Sarasota sitting at 100, 101 St. Petersburg, 102 Tampa. Of course, back here, we're talking about heat and rain chances. And just like yesterday, you're starting to see a few tiny showers pop up. We'll gradually see some more, which will develop into thunderstorms with that northeast flow. We'll get a gradual shift up to a little bit more of a north flow later today. But all that thunderstorm activity, that you can see it gradually moving its way away. So rainfall chances still not too bad for the day today, but the two go briefly down a little bit and then slowly back up. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday looks just like Saturday, which is, again, is good news. We do need the rain across the area. So for today, there's your little pop-up showers turning into storms as we heat things up even more. There's 2 o'clock, and then look at that evening commute. Again, same thing as normal. It's going to be to the east of 75, gradually pushing its way down towards the south and west, and then that dies out. Again, a little drier for tomorrow. We'll see a few showers, a few storms, just less coverage, and then we'll step it back up a little bit for Thursday. Thursday's still looking a little lower than today, but we'll see a few isolated heavy downpours going through the evening before, again, we step those chances up a little bit more Friday into Saturday. So 94 today, a few of those late day storms. Marine forecast looking good with seas at a foot with a light chop in the bay, and your 7-day forecast shows the rain chances down and steadily back up. Thursday, Friday, Saturday will hold that 50% for the weekend, which again, 50% here this time of year is typically normal, and your temperature will be around normal as well, low 90s.
All right.